Good morning, you know it, you know it, you know it. It's a race day again. Yes, only 7 days since the marathon, but I'm back racing again. This is a 10K race today on the roads. I've signed up to this race, to be fair, I've signed up to this race a long time before the marathon. And in many ways, like, my legs feel good. So I thought I might just come here and be part of this race. It's probably the biggest race that we're gonna have this year. With about 1,000 people. The race goes around the Swan Lake in Perth, so a pretty beautiful course. Not expecting too much out of my legs today. I'll be pretty happy with maybe about 32 minutes for the 10K. I don't think I can run a PB. You know, I've been running well this week. I've done already 80K this week, and probably with today I'll get to maybe about 100K for the week, which is not bad for a post-marathon week, but still not feeling 100%. So yeah, excited to tick off another race. All right, so just about 45 minutes away from the race, I'm gonna do a 2K jog, nice and easy pace, some strides, a little bit of basic running drills just to get the body going. Silky's not with me today, so I probably won't get too much footage from the race, but I'll see you guys after the race. It's definitely windy out there. Yeah, about 32, 35. Good race, I'm pretty happy with it. The legs didn't feel too bad after the marathon. Yeah, another super windy day in Perth, not a surprise. Probably 5 or 6K of headwind at the back half of that race. Was sitting pretty much with a pack of 10 people for the whole race. You know, a lot of runners that finish in front of me in the half marathon, so I see it as a, you know, as a positive, you know, result today, finishing 9th. Obviously not the time that I was expecting, but yeah, it became like a tactical race, so the pace wasn't too fast for most of this race, sitting at about 3:20 pace, you know, running head towards the wind, head on. And that was hard. Like, I was pushing it, and I looked down at my watch, it's like 3:20. So I knew it wasn't going to be a fast race. You know, single file for about 5K. Everybody's trying to hide behind somebody else in front of them. But yeah, got towards probably 1K to the finish, and then the pack kind of opened up a little bit. It was a pretty fast last K. I think exactly about 3-minute pace for the last K, so that's definitely a big positive, finishing strong. I think out of the pack of 10 that I was running in, I finished about 3rd in that pack, maybe 4th. So that wasn't too bad, that was a positive. So I'm pretty happy overall. Like, you know, my fitness is definitely moving in the right direction. Legs are feeling good after a whole week post-marathon. So yeah, excited about more racing this year, with pretty much all the long stuff is finished for the year in Perth. So we've finished our winter, heading into summer. Yeah, I'm gonna try some track races, a lot of 5 and 10K races. So yeah, I'm pretty optimistic with trying to go sub 31 minutes for this year, and sub 15 for 10K, sub 31 minutes for 10K, and sub 15 minutes for 5K. So pretty much the same breakfast as usual. We got smashed avocado with nutritional yeast on top, and a big smoothie, a few bananas, greens, pineapple, peanut butter, dates, chia seeds, overnight chia seeds, so sometimes we leave it in the fridge overnight, that way they get activated, and cinnamon. Super simple, super healthy. I didn't mention, but before the race I had only one banana about 2 hours before the start of the race, and a gel about 25 minutes before the race. So yeah, being a 10K race, I don't like having too much food before the race. And also with water, I had some Bics, I had some tea, I had some water before the race. Usually I try and drink, so I wake up, let's say 2 hours before the race, I had that banana straight away and I'll drink a little bit. But then like an hour before the race, I try not to drink too much, so then when I start the race, I'm not too heavy, you know, not too full kind of water. So I make sure, yeah, that 1 hour before the race that I cut down on my drinking. I'll still, like, you know, sip a bit of water here and there to make sure that, because my throat gets a bit dry before a race, so I make sure that I kind of keep that moist. But yeah, I don't drink too much an hour before the race. But then post-race, straight away, I had 2 tablets of Bics, and I would say probably at least 1.5 liters of liquids till about now, which is about 2 hours post-race. And yeah, breakfast was a bit late today, but yeah, putting it in, making sure that my body kind of recovers before the next run. So I'm still planning to do 7 or 8K tonight. It is Father's Day today in Australia, so I'm gonna see the family tonight. But yeah, get a bit of work done and take Lily for a run. Let's go, let's go. Good girl. Just on my way to do that second run, the recovery run, which I think is super important. Even if you don't run, I think that, you know, doing your walk the evening after your race is really important for recovery, so active recovery. So I'm looking for about 6 to 7K, probably about 30-32 minutes on soft ground. So I'm doing it on the trails at really easy pace, just kind of getting that blood flow in the legs, which helps the recovery. Legs are not feeling too bad, obviously, because it was really windy and still windy. The legs weren't stretched to the max, if that makes sense. So my cardio, obviously I was pushing it, but the muscles, they weren't brought to that fatigue point, except the last K where we sprinted to the finish. Most of the race, it was a very kind of controlled effort on the legs, not on the cardio. I was breathing hard, you know, I was definitely pushing it. But that means that, you know, probably tomorrow I will do 2 times 10K, so a 10K in the morning, 10K at night on the trails, nice and easy, and then Tuesday get back onto the trails. But I'm a bit late to that family lunch that we have, so I'm gonna squeeze this quick run with Lily and get going to see my dad for Father's Day. That's a good girl. You're a good girl. You had a good run. You had a good run. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. So pretty much done with the run. Me and Lily got 6K. Hopefully you kind of got a bit of a feeling of how windy it is today out here in Perth. That was at the race as well. Yeah, nothing I can control, so I better stop complaining about it. But yeah, thanks for coming on to this journey today of that race. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Next week I got a pretty cool race. How many K I can complete in an hour around a trail loop. So that should be fun. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because it definitely helps the channel. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.